In 2024, the global economic landscape is dominated by nations with high GDP per capita, reflecting their wealth and standard of living. From oil-rich nations like Qatar and the United Arab Emirates to financial powerhouses like Luxembourg and Switzerland, these countries demonstrate the diverse pathways to economic success. Discover these top 10 richest countries have leveraged a mix of natural resources, technological innovation, and strategic economic policies to achieve remarkable prosperity. Number 10. Guyana. Guyana's inclusion in the top 10 richest countries in the world for 2024 is a testament to the transformative power of its oil industry. The nation's economic journey began to shift significantly when oil production commenced in 2019. By 2023, Guyana was recording double-digit GDP growth, largely attributed to the discovery and exploitation of vast offshore oil reserves. With a population of just around 741,300 people, the GDP per capita now stands at $80,137, a sharp increase from previous years. The new wealth generated from the petroleum sector has positioned Guyana as the fastest-growing economy in Latin America and the Caribbean. However, challenges loom in the form of geopolitical tensions with Venezuela over territorial disputes. While the economic future appears bright, Guyana must navigate these tensions, maintain political stability, and ensure that the newfound wealth is distributed equitably among its citizens. The government is also focusing on diversification beyond oil, targeting sectors like agriculture and mining to build a more resilient and sustainable economic structure. Number 9. Norway. Norway's wealth stems from its substantial natural resources, particularly in the oil and gas sectors, which contribute nearly 40% to its national GDP. With a population of about 5.58 million people, the country boasts a per capita GDP of $82,831. Norway's sovereign wealth fund, valued at over $1.4 trillion, is one of the largest globally, allowing the country to invest heavily in social services like healthcare and education. The fund is strategically used to manage oil revenue and ensure long-term economic stability. Norway's economic policies focus on sustainability and innovation, with significant investments in renewable energy like hydropower, which provides 96% of its electricity. Additionally, the nation is a leader in marine and aquaculture industries, accounting for 10% of its total exports. Norway's high standard of living is reflected in its High Human Development Index (HDI) score of 0.957, one of the highest globally. Its economic model, which balances a free market with strong welfare support, provides an example of how resource-rich countries can use their wealth for broad social benefit. Number 8. United States. Despite its large population of 341 million people, the United States maintains a per capita GDP of $85,372, making it one of the wealthiest nations in the world. The U.S. has the highest nominal GDP globally, at $28.78 trillion, largely due to its diversified economy, which spans technology, finance, and manufacturing. The country's economic power is reinforced by the global influence of the US dollar, which serves as the world's primary reserve currency. The dominance of US tech giants like Apple, Amazon, and Google, each worth over $1 trillion, further solidifies the nation's economic standing. The US also leads in innovation, spending over $600 billion annually on research and development. Its robust financial markets, anchored by Wall Street, enable capital flows that support business growth and entrepreneurship. However, income inequality remains a pressing issue, with the top 1% of earners holding more than 30% of the nation's wealth. Despite these challenges, the United States continues to be a powerhouse in economic terms, setting global trends in finance, technology, and industry. Number 7. Switzerland. Switzerland, with its GDP per capita of $92,000, is renowned for its prosperous banking and finance sectors. The country's wealth is supported by its neutrality, political stability, and strong legal framework, which make it an attractive destination for foreign investment and high-net-worth individuals. With a population of around 8.9 million, Switzerland has a highly developed service sector, which constitutes nearly 74% of its GDP. The nation also excels in high-tech industries, pharmaceuticals, and precision machinery, with companies like Novartis and Nestlé contributing significantly to its economy. Switzerland's gross national income, GNI, per capita, which stands at $94,696, highlights the high earning power of its citizens. The nation is also a leader in wealth management, holding an estimated $2.3 trillion in assets under management. This financial prowess is complemented by a high standard of living, excellent healthcare, and a robust social security system. Switzerland consistently ranks at the top in global competitiveness and innovation indexes, reflecting its strong economic fundamentals and commitment to maintaining a conducive environment for business growth. Number 6. United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates, UAE, has a GDP per capita of $97,000, driven largely by its oil exports and thriving tourism sector. The UAE is home to the world's 7th largest proven oil reserves, and hydrocarbons account for over 30% of its GDP. However, in recent years, the country has made significant strides in diversifying its economy. Key initiatives like the UAE Vision 2021 aim to reduce dependency on oil by investing in sectors such as tourism, renewable energy, and technology. Dubai, one of its emirates, has positioned itself as a global hub for finance and tourism, attracting over 16 million tourists annually and hosting major international events like Expo 2020. The UAE's strategic location between Europe, Africa, and Asia makes it a pivotal trading and logistics center. With a population of 9.5 million, the UAE's ambitious development plans include the Mars mission and various smart city projects, reflecting its focus on innovation and sustainability. The country also benefits from a favorable tax environment, which has attracted numerous multinational corporations to set up regional headquarters in its free zones. Number 5. Qatar. Qatar, with a GDP per capita of $112,000, is one of the world's wealthiest countries, thanks to its vast natural gas reserves. The nation holds the 3rd largest natural gas reserves globally, which are estimated at over 24.7 trillion cubic meters. With a population of just 2.7 million, this wealth translates into high per capita income and a robust social welfare system. Qatar's LNG, liquefied natural gas, industry accounts for nearly 60% of its total GDP and 85% of its export earnings. The nation has invested heavily in infrastructure, education, and healthcare, ensuring a high standard of living for its residents. Qatar's sovereign wealth fund, the Qatar Investment Authority, manages assets worth over $450 billion, enabling further diversification of its economy. The nation is also a key player in global sports, having successfully hosted the 2022 FIFA World Cup, which boosted its global profile and tourism industry. Qatar's strategic initiatives, such as Qatar National Vision 2030, aim to transform the country into a knowledge-based economy, focusing on innovation, research, and sustainable development. Number 4. Singapore. Singapore's GDP per capita of $134,000 reflects its status as a leading global financial and trading hub. Despite its small size and limited natural resources, Singapore has built a highly developed economy based on manufacturing, finance, and services. The nation's strategic location at the crossroads of major shipping routes has made it one of the world's busiest ports, handling over 37.5 million TEUs of container traffic annually. Singapore is also a top destination for foreign direct investment, with a total stock of over $1.6 trillion in 2024. The city-state's focus on high-value industries like biotechnology, advanced manufacturing, and digital technology has positioned it as a center for innovation and research. Singapore's stringent intellectual property laws and pro-business policies further enhance its attractiveness to multinational corporations. The country's fiscal discipline, stable governance, and world-class infrastructure contribute to a consistently high ranking in global competitiveness and ease of doing business indexes. The government's forward-looking policies aim to address challenges such as an aging population and climate change through sustainable development and digital transformation. Number 3. Ireland. Ireland's per capita GDP of $134,000 is primarily driven by its strong performance in technology and pharmaceuticals. The country's low corporate tax rate of 12.5% has attracted numerous multinational companies like Google, Apple, and Pfizer, making it a global hub for foreign direct investment. The country's tech sector alone employs over 140,000 people and contributes significantly to the national economy. With a population of just 5.2 million, Ireland's high GDP per capita is a result of its strategic focus on high-value sectors and skilled labor. The nation's economic growth has been steady, with a GDP growth rate of 12.2% in 2023, one of the highest in the European Union. Ireland's strong regulatory environment, coupled with a highly educated workforce, makes it an attractive destination for investment in research and development. The country's exports, which include pharmaceuticals, chemicals, and medical devices, account for over 60% of its GDP. Ireland's economic resilience is further supported by its participation in the European Union, which provides access to a market of over 450 million people. Number 2. Macau SAR. Macau SAR, with a GDP per capita of $134,000, is a unique economic entity that thrives on its tourism and gaming industries. Often referred to as the Las Vegas of Asia, Macau generates more revenue from gaming than Las Vegas itself, with annual gaming revenue exceeding $38 billion. This sector accounts for nearly 50% of Macau's gaming revenue, contributing significantly to the local economy. With a population of just 704,000, Macau's high GDP per capita is largely attributed to the wealth generated by its highly regulated and lucrative casino industry. In 2023, Macau welcomed over 40 million visitors, a remarkable feat considering its small size. This influx of tourists is facilitated by Macau's proximity to China, where the majority of visitors originate. The service sector, particularly tourism and hospitality, accounts for over 80% of Macau's GDP. The region has also invested in diversifying its economy by promoting sectors like finance, retail, and real estate. As a special administrative region of China, Macau enjoys a high degree of autonomy, which has allowed it to implement favorable economic policies and maintain a stable business environment. The government is actively working on initiatives like the Macau 2030 Vision, which aims to reduce dependency on gaming by promoting sustainable development and innovation in other sectors. Number 1. Luxembourg. Luxembourg, with a GDP per capita of $144,000, remains the wealthiest country in the world. Its economic strength is primarily derived from its robust financial services sector, which contributes over 35% to the nation's GDP. With a population of just 669,000, Luxembourg benefits from its position as a leading center for private banking, investment funds, and insurance. The country is home to over 140 international banks and 60% of Europe's cross-border funds, managing assets worth more than $5 trillion. Luxembourg's economy is highly diversified, with key sectors including information technology, logistics, and steel. The nation's strategic location in the heart of Europe and its multilingual workforce make it an attractive destination for multinational corporations and financial institutions. Luxembourg also boasts one of the highest standards of living in the world, with strong social security, excellent healthcare, and education systems. The government's prudent fiscal policies, along with favorable tax regulations, have cemented its status as a premier financial hub. Despite its small size, Luxembourg consistently ranks high in global competitiveness and quality of life indexes,